Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kat, and to my returning curious kitties, welcome back. This is a space where we look at the unexplainable, the strange, and the mysteries of the world with an open mind and no judgment. These are allegedly true stories that have not been confirmed. I share them solely for entertainment purposes. So go ahead, grab your drink or a snack of choice, settle in, and let's get curious. Our first story tonight takes us back to around 1999 or 2000, and you guys, this one is an absolute slow burn nightmare. It involves a deep woods family camping trip near the US-Canada border that went completely off the rails. So our narrator was about 10 or 11 years old at the time. Their family had this really sweet tradition of taking annual summer camping trips to reconnect, hike, and enjoy the outdoors. Usually they stayed at the exact same established campground every single year, a place with a pool, a park, and tons of activities. But this particular summer, the weather was unbelievably gorgeous, and when they arrived, the campground was completely packed to capacity. Naturally, our poster and their younger sister were super disappointed, but their dad was dead set on making memories, so he decided they would just drive into the surrounding wilderness and find their own spot off the beaten path. Now, the dad had just bought a brand new truck that could handle rough terrain, so he started driving deeper and deeper into these vast, dense Canadian woods. Our poster's mom was getting visibly uneasy being so far away from main roads and civilization, and she started pressing the dad to just pick the next decent spot they came across. About 15 minutes later, they stumbled upon this weirdly clean, pristine clearing. The sun was hitting it in this scenic, almost magical way, like a little hidden paradise. While the parents unpacked, our narrator and their sister started playing a game of hide and seek nearby. While scanning the dense trees for hints of their sister, our poster caught a glimpse of someone far off in the woods, slowly walking behind a massive tree and just not coming out the other side. And you guys, the description of this person is so bizarre. It looked like a very small, frail woman wearing a sleeveless dress made of cheap, rough fabric, almost like dirty rags. But the detail that really stuck out to our narrator was that she had a completely shaved head. Creeped out, our narrator decided to grab their sister and just head straight back to camp. Taking a shortcut through the woods, our poster stumbled across something even stranger, an ancient stone well sticking about 4 feet out of the ground. But instead of an open top, this well was sealed off with a heavy manhole cover that had a crudely welded handle locked up tight with a thick, rusted chain. In the middle of miles and miles of untouched forest, this was the only man-made structure anywhere in sight. Panicked, our narrators started yelling for their sister, only for their mom to shout back that the sister was already back at the tents. When our poster got to camp, the sister was sobbing hysterically. When our narrator tried to explain what happened and mentioned seeing a strange woman in rags with a shaved head, the sister got even more worked up, and the mom just scolded our poster for making up scary stories to tease her. So our narrator just shrugged it off, assuming that their mind was playing tricks on them. They ate dinner, built a big campfire, and eventually turned in for the night. They had 2 big tents. Our poster and their mom was in one, and the dad and the little sister was in the other one. In the middle of the night, our narrator suddenly woke up. It was pitch black with only a faint bit of moonlight shining through the tent flap, which was somehow standing wide open. Still super groggy, our poster felt their mom's arm prop up beside them, slowly reach over, and gently grab their shoulder. Without saying a single word, she started sitting up and guiding our narrator toward the open tent flap. Our poster just blindly followed her out of sleep-deprived reflex, watching her silhouette slowly crawl out of the tent. Our narrator unzipped the flap the rest of the way to follow her outside. And right at that exact second, from the dark back corner of the tent, their mom's voice calls out, "What are you doing? Is everything all right?" I absolutely would have lost my mind right then and there. Our narrator completely froze, paralyzed with fear. Their mom clicked on a flashlight, shining it on our poster's face. The beam illuminated the inside of the tent, revealing that the floor around our narrator was covered in messy pile of dirt and leaves, and that their mom had been asleep in her sleeping bag the entire time. The commotion woke up the dad and sister in their tent, and the night dissolved into complete chaos. The family was far too frightened to stay. They just stayed awake until dawn, packed up their truck in silence, and drove straight back to the main road. To this day, our poster still wonders who or what was actually with them and beside them in the dark, guiding them out of their tent. Moving on to our second story, you guys, this one is just plain unsettling. We're talking about shadowy entities peeking around corners, and honestly, the details in this one give me the absolute chills. This story actually starts with a bit of family history. Our poster's mom used to tell a story from when she was around 9 years old. One night she was standing at her second-story bedroom window looking down into the garden, and she saw a man's head peeking around the side of her house just above the fence line. She called her brother over, and together they watched this head peeking at them for hours until they got bored and went to sleep. It came back for 3 or 4 nights in a row until their grandfather went outside with a shotgun and yelled into the dark. The weird part? To peek over that high fence, a person would have had to be standing on a tall ladder. But there were no ladder ruts or footprints anywhere in the grass. Fast forward to present day, our poster has been with their girlfriend for nearly 3 years, and about a year and a half into dating, she admitted that she had started seeing peeking heads too. No distinct faces, just shadowy figures gazing around the edges of walls, doors, and furniture before fading away. One evening, they were sitting on the bed together watching TV when the girlfriend completely blanked out. She was staring at the bedroom door, totally locked in and unblinking. Our poster asked what she was looking at, and she whispered that someone or something was staring around the corner of the door frame. He offered to turn on the light to show her that nothing was there, but she begged him not to, saying that the light actually made the faces clearer and easier to see. Then our poster asked if he could help. Maybe he could take out his phone and take a picture to prove to her that there was nothing there, or he could just close the door. She said no because this time was different, and when he asked why, she whispered, "Because it's pointing at you." They had never pointed before. Scared, but wanting to protect her, our poster decided to get up and close the bedroom door anyways. The second the door latched shut, his girlfriend covered her face and groaned in pure terror. By closing the door, our poster had trapped the entity inside the room with them. She told him the shadowy figure had stepped into the room and was standing right there, a massive faceless shadow reaching almost to the 7-foot ceiling. Our poster scrambled back into bed and held her for half an hour while she stared at it continuously, terrified that if she broke eye contact or looked away at all, when she looked back, it will have moved closer. Eventually, it did fade away. She still sees them peeking about once a month around furniture or doorways, but thankfully none of them have stepped out into the room ever since. And to top it all off, the poster's mom recently mentioned seeing a tall, faceless head peeking down through her top living room window, trying to look up the stairs while our poster was in the bathroom. Absolutely terrifying. Now our third story tonight is a bit shorter, but it is an absolute nightmare scenario for anyone who hates being home alone in an unfamiliar place. Our poster was on a big group holiday with 14 of their friends, staying at a massive rented house on the coast in the UK. Feeling a bit socially drained, our narrator decided to stay behind at the house while everyone else went out for a big dinner, just to get some quiet time and recharge their social battery. The plan was for a friend to swing back later and walk them to the restaurant so they wouldn't have to walk alone in the dark. around the time the friend was expected to return, our poster heard the heavy front door open and slam shut downstairs. Thinking it was their friend, our poster stepped out of their third-floor bedroom, leaned over the stair railing, and shouted down a friendly, "Hi!" Total silence. Our poster called out the friend's name again. Still no answer. And then in the dead silence of the empty house, our narrator heard a very distinct, deliberate sound coming from the entrance hallway. Someone slowly taking off their shoes at the bottom of the stairs. You guys, think about that. Why would a stranger take off their shoes inside a house? Maybe so they can walk upstairs silently without making a sound. Panic setting in, our poster grabbed their phone, ready to dial emergency services, and crept down the stairs to check the main living area. The hallway was completely empty. They walked into the living room and they sat down on the sofa facing every single door, trying to keep an eye on all the entry points. Suddenly, with no open windows anywhere in the house, the living room door forcefully slammed shut right in front of them. Our poster burst into tears and frantically called their friend to rush back. The whole group came back and conducted a full sweep of the property, but they found no open doors, no intruders, and no explanation for who was unlacing their shoes at the bottom of those stairs. We've made it to our fourth and final story tonight, guys, and this one is a total brain melt. It honestly sounds like a glitch in the Matrix or stepping into a parallel dimension, and I really want to hear what you guys think happened here. Our narrator woke up late one morning around noon because he was working from home at the time. His wife and kids weren't in the house, which wasn't unusual since they often went out to run errands early. But when our poster went into the kitchen to make a bagel, they noticed the back door was standing wide open. Thinking his wife had taken the kids into the backyard to play, he looked outside, but the yard was completely empty. He muttered under his breath about leaving the door open with all the summer bugs around, and he shut it. But the second he turned around, he saw that the front door across the living room was standing wide open too. Looking through the front door, he saw both their family cars parked right there in the driveway. Getting nervous, he walked outside. Across the street, his neighbor's front door was resting wide open as well. Now, our poster is super close with these neighbors. The dad is a childhood friend, and their kids grew up together, so he just walked across the street and stepped inside, expecting to find his family over there. Not a single soul was inside. And all of the neighbors' cars were parked in their driveway too. Panicked, our poster stepped back outside and looked down the block. Every single house down the entire street had its front door standing wide open. All the cars were parked in their driveways, but not a single human being was anywhere in sight. It was like an entire suburban neighborhood had just vanished into thin air. Losing his absolute mind, like I think any of us would be, our narrator sprinted back inside his house to grab his phone off the charger. But the exact second that he picked up his phone and unlocked it, he heard the front door open and the muffled voices of his wife and kids returning home. He sprinted into the kitchen to find his wife holding grocery bags. When he frantically asked where they had been and how they left without a car, she looked at him like he was losing his mind, insisting that she had taken her car and been grocery shopping for over an hour. To make it even weirder, our poster checked in with his neighbor across the street later that day, and the neighbor swore up and down that his family had been home in their house all morning too. How do you explain an entire street of open doors and missing people that instantly resets the moment you pick up your phone? Alright, that brings us to the end of our stories for tonight, guys. If you've had your own true paranormal or non-paranormal creepy experiences, I would absolutely love to hear them. You can send your stories to me at curiouscatstories@gmail.com. Again, that's curiouscatstories@gmail.com. Please let me know in your email if you prefer to remain completely anonymous or if there is a specific fake name you'd like me to use. This is a safe space and your comfort is always my top priority here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to help keep our cozy corner of the internet growing. Let me know in the comments which of tonight's tales gave you the biggest chills. You can also leave your own spooky experiences in the comment section as well. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and to all my curious kitties, stay curious. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.